everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Jaya, and I have been so absent from YouTube. I actually have not made a YouTube video in, I want to say, over a year. YouTube is something that I've always loved to do. I started doing YouTube when I was in 9th grade, and I was really inconsistent with my YouTube from 9th grade throughout high school, and then I started back getting on my channel. I did like a labor and delivery vlog, and then after my son passed away, I was kind of on YouTube, but it was very on and off. And something has just been telling me, like, Jai, you need to get back on YouTube. You need to get back on YouTube. You need to get back to doing the things that you love. Because when I tell y'all, I got so out of touch with everything that I love. I got so out of touch with myself. I got so out of touch with my friends, with my family, with my career. I got so out of touch with everything. And it's because I went through a heavy depression. When my son passed away, I really didn't know how to grieve or how to navigate. And I went through a heavy depression, and it was on and off. It was on and off. But it really got bad. After I had JC, so my son passed in August of 2020 to SIDS. He was a month and a half, passed away in his sleep. It was very unexplained. It was very weird. It was very hard. It still is hard, but it was very hard. And then, boom, fast forward to 2021, I had JC in July. And then, when JC was 1, I had a miscarriage in October of last year. And then in April of this year, I had a tubal pregnancy where the baby was stuck in my tube and my tube ruptured. And I lost my ability to naturally bear children. And that was like the final straw for me as far as like my mental state and my depression. And I was going through a toxic relationship, so I ended up on medication. I ended up on antidepressants, and I ended up losing a lot of weight. I think I was down to maybe like 115, and I was just really unhappy. I was very insecure. I was just at like a low point in my life. And there was a pivotal point in my life where I was like, I have to do something. I have to change something, because I just saw me declining. And I'm like, you're a mother, you're a business owner. You have so much going for you. You have so many things going for you, so many good things, so many people that love you. If you can just pull yourself out of this hole. And that's exactly what I did. And the first step was realizing the first main issue that was causing me all of this pain and this hurt, and it was my relationship. And as hard as it was to walk away from a relationship, I had been in this relationship for 8 years, married, kids. We had all of these memories. We had all of these things. We grew up together. And to have to sit back and say, hey, this is weighing on me heavy. I'm having all of these issues. And I got to a point where I'm like, I have to start cutting off the issues. I have to start freeing myself from the issues. And sometimes we know what the issues are, and we try. Sometimes we know what these issues are and we ignore them because we don't want them to be the issues. We don't want to have to change. It's scary. And once I really realized that this is one of the main issues, and if I want to get better, if I want to grow as a person, if I want to get out of this depression, I have to step out of this. I have to remove myself from this. And I was so terrified. I was so terrified. Like, to be on my own. I've never been on my own. I went from living with my parents to living with my partner. I was never alone. Then we had kids, and it was all I knew. But at that point, I knew I had to get uncomfortable to grow as a woman, to enter the next chapter, because I feel like the next chapter of my life has so much in store for me. Like, I feel it. It has so much in store for me. I've been through a lot to be 23. I've been through a lot in my 23 years of life. And it was just really, really on my heart and on my mind to make this video, because when I speak to people, they're always like, you have a gift, and you need to get out here, you need to talk to people, and you need to inspire other people, especially other women, other mothers. You are not alone, and you are doing great. And I know that you may think that you can't get out of the things that you're going through, and you can, but you have to let go of the fear. It's fear that holds us from trying new things, or that keeps us in these like comfortable positions, because it's just, we're comfortable. It's not even that we're happy, or that we're in love, or that we feel like this is supposed to be. Is that we're comfortable. And it's like, oh, if I do this, if I make one little tiny adjustment, or even if it's a huge adjustment, I'll be uncomfortable. I'm scared. It's fear. And you'll never know what's on the other side of that fear. It could be so much, in store, so much positivity on the other end of this fear. And that's what I had to do. I had to choose myself for peace. And it's not selfish, because if you're not in a good place mentally, how can you care about others? How can you take care of other people? How can you be a good mom? How can you be a good wife? How can you be a good sister or a good daughter if you're not good with yourself? And so I had to choose myself first. I had to put myself first. I couldn't say, well, my daughter's this, so I have to do this, or my partner's. No, I had to choose me, because I was to a point where I was on E. I was so low on motivation. I had zero motivation. I was so low on energy. I woke up and I was going through motions. I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like anything. I literally just looked in the mirror at a person, and I would walk away from it. And I would just go through my day, and I would try to paint on a smile. But on the inside, I was like tearing up, and I was just like, what can I do? Like, I need to do something. I have to do something. And it's getting better, I have been doing a lot of things. I've been journaling almost every day. I really aim for every day. I've been journaling almost every day, just writing my feelings, or writing a quote, or just getting different prompts off Pinterest. So I've been doing that. I've been starting my days more intentional. I've been waking up a little earlier. And when I'm getting ready in the morning, I try to listen to a podcast at least a couple times a week about positivity or self-motivation, self-love, meditating. And these things really work. I know that it sometimes can sound like, oh, it's BS. Oh, everyone tells you to journal and meditate. But no, when you change your thought process and you start your day with motivational things, or you start your day with positive affirmations, you really are training your mind to think and view things differently. I was such an emotional wreck. And that's part of the reason why I had trouble in my relationship. I can't put it all on my partner being toxic when I had toxic ways myself. I was very, very emotional. Like, my emotions ran everything. If I was angry, my emotions go to 10, go to max capacity, and I'm raging. I'm saying things that I can never take back, and I'm ready to fight, and I'm physical, and it's like I had to really get a grip on my emotions, and I'm still learning. But once you can control yourself and realize, like, hey, I'm being a little irrational. Hey, like, I really had to sit there and say, hey, I can't control my emotions. Like, how am I gonna have a grip on my life and I can't even control how I'm feeling and how I, express my feelings to other people? So I've really been doing a lot of like sitting back and just thinking before I speak, because I was like the person that's just, oh, I'm gonna say what comes to my mind. I'm gonna just say it. If it's on my mind, I'm gonna say it. And however, if you don't like it, no. I've literally been every day practicing or just talking to myself like, I'm going to control my emotions. I will control my emotions today. Because if I'm letting other people turn me into like essentially a monster, then that's what you are. And that's who you are. And so the person that I want to be known as, I want to be known as a high-spirited person, a good wholehearted person, a helping person, a giving person, and I just want to be healthy overall. From within, I want to be healthy. I want to enjoy myself. I want to be able to be with myself or with people and be happy and enjoy life and see what life has to offer me. And I want to help people. I want to help people who have gone through similar things that I have gone through, from child loss or miscarriages or toxic relationships or not being able to control emotions, depression, not being able to be alone. I want to help people because I feel like if I can get through these things, it is my duty to help the next woman or the next person get through these things as well. And so I made this video. I didn't even put on any makeup. I didn't put on any clothes. I literally did my skincare routine, and I was like, you know what? You need to stop putting this off, and you need to put this video out there so that you can get back. Like, this was me making myself get back into YouTube, which is something that I lost touch with. I lost touch with a lot of things that I love, and I'm trying to work my way back into those things. And so this is me coming raw and saying that, you know what, I'm going to make this video. I'm not going to care about how I look. I'm not going to overthink the topic of the video. Like, I really wanted to talk about, like peace and healing and, just working on being a better woman, being a better person for me first, and then my daughter, and then, other people in my life. And then, so yeah, it was just on my heart and my mind to make this video. And I hope that you guys stay tuned with me on my journey. And I really thank you to everyone. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who has been a part of my support system this far, who has been there with me and who has just supported me through everything that I've done, any business I've had, any venture that I've set out on. There's a lot of people who have been behind me through every single one of them. And I just want to say cheers to new beginnings and a healthier, happier life. And I will see you guys in my next video.